Howdy, Possum Patty's here, little TT's here too. TT. TT, you gonna say hello? TT. TT. Hello. She's loving on the little golden book, The Colors of Winter. Yes, she is. And today we're just gonna do some journaling, so come on along. So where was I in my Colors of Winter journal? I think I had skipped a page right around here somewhere. Yes, this one. Because I went ahead and did a 2-page spread on rock hounding. We were hunting for garnets, our first stop on the Garnet Trail. More rock collecting coming up. So I was flipping through my phone, the pictures on my phone, looking for all the things that I wanted to put in the journal. And one of them was right here a minute ago. Oh, here it is. It's behind me. Sorry. My sister had sent me this in a text message. And it is The Legend of the Pussy Willow. And the story goes, some kittens were chasing some butterflies, and while they were chasing the butterflies, they fell into the river, and the mother cat sat crying at the bank of the river in which her kittens were drowning. And the willows, they love to grow at the river's edge. They wanted to help the mom cat, so they swept their long, graceful branches into the waters to rescue the kittens. And the kittens gripped on tightly to the branches and were safely brought to shore. So each springtime, the Polish legend goes, the willow branches spout tiny fur-like buds at their tips where the tiny kittens once clung. And she was just talking about pussy willows and how she loved pussy willows. And I said, well, I planted some out in my yard, but I don't think they had popped yet. So this was, I don't know, maybe on Sunday or something, this past Sunday, and I went out and checked, and I told her that the buds had not popped open yet. And then it was kind of, January was really strange. It was warm and rain instead of cold and snow. So I predicted that when he hit February, it was going to get cold and it was going to snow for sure. And guess what? It has been warm and rainy still. And we're into now the 10 days of February, and it is still warm and rainy. So the day after she sent me this and I went out and checked on the pussy willows, I was walking around the yard again, and I noticed a few had just popped open. So I took a picture and I sent it to her. So I want to just write a little bit of that story, maybe on the back of this Legend of the Pussy Willows. With the picture, I can put that there like that. But I wanted to add some more to the page. So I went on Google and I searched for vintage pussy willow images, and I found this one, and oh my gosh, this is the cutest one I've seen so far yet. Look at the little kittens on the branches and the little angel up there. I mean, this is adorable, adorable, adorable. Now, when we lived on the farm in Pennsylvania, we had probably, 4 or 5 different kinds of pussy willows. We had the big gray ones. We had ones with pink on them. We had black ones. We had ones with the wide branches. We had these little teeny tiny ones. We had so many different kinds. But this reminds me of the great big gray fuzzy one that we used to have. So I wanted to fill in this page and get this page done. So then flipping through, this would be the next page over here. And I have a couple more things that I want to put in. But I'm looking at the background, and I'm not loving the pussy willows with the purple snowflakes in the back. I mean, I love this paper, but I'm not loving it with this. So I got out my Splendid Springtime Recollections Michael's paper pack. I'm sure I got it on sale at some point. And I flipped through it, and I found this paper. I know it's spring. It's not springtime yet, even though it feels like springtime, especially today. The sun was so warm today. And I picked out this peachy one with the little gold flecks. Sort of brings out the peach color and the little angel's dress there. And I thought maybe I would just glue this all on and just make it a pocket, and then I can just do this, stick that in there like that, and just do my journaling. And that'll be it. You know, I thought when January came, we would have all these snowstorms and everybody would be stuck in the house and we wouldn't be going anywhere or doing anything. And no, that didn't happen. We had like one really cold day. And, you know, you can't complain about one really cold day, and that's for sure. And mostly, I mean, we did have a lot of rain, so it was gray a lot. You know, stay in rainy days, I guess. But still, if you wanted to go out and drive somewhere, it wasn't so bad. Not like, you know, there were 6 inches of snow on the ground and the roads were closed. So I think the only real snow that we had was, what? Just a couple of inches back. When was that? I think December. A couple months ago. Yeah, it was about 2 months ago. And, you know, and that was it. And, you know, I do love snow. Of course, I'm retired. I don't have to go anywhere. And even when I wasn't retired, I was a teacher, so I didn't have to go anywhere when it snowed. So, you know, that's me. I just think it's beautiful until like around March when there's just giant 20-foot high piles of dirty snow that hasn't melted in the shopping center parking lots. That's not the snow that I love. The snow that I love is here in the woods. We can just walk through the woods on a snowy evening. And in the morning go out and look at all the critters that have passed by and left their tracks in the snow. So I'm going to use beacon glue on the pocket. Once this starts sticking down, you know, sometimes you gotta massage it. Gotta give it a little massage. Get those layers to stick together. I don't know how many layers I have on this page, but get that to stick to, oh, it's because there's 2 pages. Okay, that's why it felt so thick. Okay. Now I'll get some beacon glue. Yeah, so February has been warm, warm, warm. Now I want the glue down here. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. We got our propane tanks filled today. The price of heating your house. I'm not going to complain about the warm weather. But I would like a little snow. Watch what you wish for, Possum Patty. Do you remember the blizzard of '88? Now, you're probably not as... Oh, I should have made a little thumb hole there. Now, you're probably not as old as I am, but this was 1888. Yes, sirree. In 1888, the blizzard was in early March. So I was telling this to Mr. Possum. I said, just you watch out. March rolls around, we're going to get a blizzard. And I'm going to use this for the back of the card. I think I'll glue it down and then cut it. That's what I did yesterday, I think. That works well for me. That works well for me. So we've been having some adventures with Stanley, besides the rock hunting, which he loved. And I'll show you some more of that. And then I've been thinking about a few things. And one was, well, the dragon journal that I've been thinking about. I saw somebody using some eggshells to make the scales on the dragon. So I've been saving some eggshells, and I'm thinking about using those. I'm not really sure, unless I come up with something else. And I've got to start practicing with the eye, because I bought the parts to make the eye quite a while ago, actually. And then I rejoined rocks on the table, Ancestry.com. They're having they did have a half price special. And I had belonged to it back when I had a job and I was working and I had money. Of course, I didn't have a lot of time to work on it. And now I'm retired, I don't have a lot of money to work on it. So I've been doing a lot on WikiTree, which is free. And then I want to transfer some things over to Ancestry. So I was thinking about starting a notebook with all kinds of just random notes in it. Totally unorganized. It's like just like a field book, like if you're out in nature and you're taking notes. I'm thinking about just, copying things and taking notes and writing things down and, just a really random, a random cousin journaling book. Just taking notes. And then maybe someday some organized person can look at my notes and cringe and organize them and, write a family history. I don't know if that's going to be me, but I will take notes on what I'm doing. Oh, wow, there goes my clock already. I will take notes. And I thought it would be fun just to have a notebook with, handwriting and scraps, like newspaper clippings and scraps of things in it. And, just like really fun. I don't know if that's something I should share on journaling. On just journaling with Possum Patty. Aw, they're so cute. Look at the little kittens. Look at the little kittens there. Looks like it's got a white edge. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, what I'm going to do right now, see I got that peach on the back, and I chose the plain color because I'm going to be writing on it. So where's my picture? Here's my picture. I'm going to stick the picture down. Possum straight. It always has to be possum straight. Good enough. I'm going to do a little bit of journaling and I'll be right back. It's so cute. I love this page. I love it. So there's the legend of the Pussy Willows. And on this side I have my photo, put the date. Yesterday, Dee sent me the legend of the Pussy Willows. She said she loved them. I told her that I had 2 in the yard, but they had not popped open yet. The weather has been warm and rainy. I checked them again today and found this one just fluffing out. So I am just going to put that in the pocket and call the journaling done. Now, pussy willows are very easy to start in the springtime, not not February, not January, not February, maybe March or April. Cut a little branch, put it in a bucket of water, and it will root. And once it has some roots, stick it in the ground, make sure it stays watered, and you will have yourself a pussy willow. You know, sometimes the one that you buy in the store, if they're pretty fresh, if they're old, this isn't going to work. But if they're pretty fresh, like bend it. Is it still bendy or is it dried out? And scratch a little bit of the bark at the bottom off and see if it's green under the bark. Then you cut, you know, if you cut the end off, a good chunk of the end off, and put it in water, that might still work, because all the pussy willows that we grew on the farm in Pennsylvania all came from the Philadelphia Flower Show, from a seller there. So yeah, I rooted them on the bucket and stuck them in the ground, and they grew, and I wound up with lots of pussy willow trees. All right, so thanks for coming along with me. I haven't done any snow journaling lately, but I guess that's okay. Mostly have food and things, but nothing in the snow. So we shall see. I have a few more things I want to put in here. Maybe I'll get to it tomorrow. Tomorrow we have to go somewhere, but pretty soon. I have a process video that I have to do, and a couple of other adventures I have to get in here. This is starting to chunk out. I'm trying not to make the pages overly heavy so that I can have room to fill them all up with something. Kind of going with flat. But there's a lot of cardboard in here, so the book is kind of heavy, because I did make a lot of the pages out of packaging. All right, so thanks for coming along today for a little journaling in my little golden book, The Colors of Winter. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye.